Guys, Jeremy Lafrentz Backstage Entertainment. This will be a nice, quick and easy, short interview probably. We are at Omaha, Nebraska, Shamrock's Pub. Freezing a little bit out here. We're outside.
Place to be. We are out, so we're literally outside. Yeah.
Matt, like a storm. What's going on?
How you doing, man? Nice to meet you. Good to be here.
Yes.
Even if we are outside, you know.
It is. Yeah.
It's still great to be here.
Exactly. I mean, you guys from New Zealand, so.
We are. Yeah.
Well, what was the last time you were back there, though?
We go back like for the New Zealand summer. So it kind of works out, you know, when it starts to get really cold in Nebraska, that's when we go home to New Zealand.
Okay.
So we were home like last January, and then at the end of this year, we're going to go back again. So.
Many of the fans that watch these interviews have never been there. What's probably the coldest it gets in New Zealand?
Well, we use like Celsius, so it's a completely different. But there are parts where it snows, but it's on the top of a mountain, you know.
Okay.
It doesn't snow if you're not on a mountain, basically.
Does it get as cold as this? And tonight, I would say we're probably in the 30s or so.
Yeah, there'd be parts, but not where we're from. Where we're from is like, you know, you'd be like half an hour from the beach at the most. Right. So it never gets this cold.
Yeah. And you guys, we got fan interaction.
Yeah, exactly. And we want you all to come. We do. 3
brothers in the band.
Yeah.
What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages for that?
You know, to be honest, I don't know that there are a whole lot of disadvantages. There are a lot of advantages, you know, because the 3 of us all started playing in different bands.
Yeah.
So we all, you know, grew up like fronting different bands, and we decided together that, you know, we wanted to kind of join forces, and it was actually just before we moved up to North America. And it's, I guess, you know, I guess maybe because we're related, the 3 of us have a really strong chemistry musically, which is really hard to find with other people. But with the 3 of us, it's almost effortless. And then the other thing, I guess, is you know each other. So stuff's always going to come up on the road. You know, it wouldn't be normal to spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with someone and not have an argument. You know, but when you're related, it just blows over in 5 minutes. So you don't get those weird underlying resentments. It's like if someone's pissing you off, you just tell them, and you scrap it out, and 5 minutes later it's fine. You know,
you don't have to hold back. That's nice.
That's like a huge thing, I think, for just for the amount of time that you spend with someone. You know, when you're a touring band. So.
The most recent album, Chaos Theory Part 1, is out.
It is.
Fans, you know, checking you guys out, Like a Storm, checking you guys out for the first time from the interview. What do you think is the top song you want them to listen to make them a fan?
I would say, actually, our newest single, which is a song called Love the Way You Hate Me.
That's right.
And that's a song that features Chris, my brother, who's our lead singer, playing the didgeridoo, which is, you know, an Australian instrument. It's like the oldest wind instrument in the world.
Right.
And it has an incredibly hypnotic sound. And Chris was always a fan of it, and we started incorporating into our music.
Right.
And in Love the Way You Hate Me, it's kind of like an anthemic hard rock song, but in the bridge, it takes a turn to sort of didge metal. So, you know, I would say if anyone wanted to check us out and see what we were about, that would be a good song to get
That's probably one of the most unique things about the band, I think, too. So
thanks, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. So.
It's just like it's something that we're huge fans of, you know. And every time we work the didge into something, it just takes it in a completely different direction, you know. Right. So yeah, I mean, we start all the shows with the didgeridoo as well.
That's right.
So we used to do it. It's funny because we used to do it when we first moved from New Zealand. We moved to Vancouver, which is on the west coast of Canada.
Right.
And the problem with being a band, that's some real live music for you right now.
Exactly. We're back. Well, I say we're not really backstage. We're side stage, kind of outside, but yeah, bands.
This is happening in real time. There we go. Those are real hecklers. But you know, when you're a new band.
Right.
People have a tendency to sort of talk through your set, and so we found that coming from New Zealand, nobody knew who we were. We started every set with the didgeridoo, everybody shut up.
Right.
So that was kind of the start, and we were like, you know, there's really something here. You know, this really gets people's attention.
Exactly.
And then we just loved the way it sounded. So.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. We have our BSC box. You probably wonder what the hell this is.
Well, I like the mohawk. I think it's very cool.
Exactly. So we have this thing. We have some fan-submitted questions in here. So fans like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook.
Cool.
You guys can do the same. Get their questions in here. So what do you guys think? Should we do the actions as well with Matt? Okay, because we have 2 parts to this. So first you're going to draw a question and read it.
Okay.
There's a lot in there.
The look of this one.
Okay, so let's read it first.
It says, what's your favorite place to eat while on the road?
Now, the second part of this is we have actions that you do during the question. So pick a number 1 through 55.
37.
37. While you answer the question, you are hearing voices in your head.
But I am anyway. I mean, that's nothing new,
just
right?
normal, right?
That's what the corona's for, is to drown them out. Okay, so I'm supposed to be hearing voices
While you answer the question. So we're going to make you act, basically.
Oh, wow. You know, acting's not my strong suit, I gotta be honest.
Exactly. That's why it's so funny, because you're musicians. You don't act.
I'm hearing voices telling me to hear voices. Does that count?
Okay.
You know, our favorite place to eat on the road, well, we go to Starbucks probably like 3 times a day. And the voices tell me to go to Starbucks 4 times a day. You know, so we're working on it.
Yeah.
But we go to Starbucks a lot. We go to Subway a lot. I've got to be honest, today I went to Arby's.
Okay.
We stopped into a radio station, The Blaze in Lincoln,
Yep.
who we love. And we did an interview there, and I came out and we were so hungry, and the first thing I could see was Arby's, and we went to Arby's.
There you go.
I think the voices in my head,
voices
they told me to go to Arby's.
Arby's.
You know, I was used to going to Starbucks, but they said no, go to Arby's, and I think they made the right choice.
Okay. Good. Those voices were
They
doing
were.
good then.
They're good.
All right, let's try another one
Okay,
here.
that was a good one. Let's see what's down here. I'm going to dig deep,
All right.
down into the abyss. Okay, let's see.
So many questions in there. All right.
Oh man, I feel like these are all mental health related. Which band member is the craziest and why?
Okay.
Well, the thing is, these guys are my brothers, so I can't trash talk them too much, you know.
Well, like you said earlier, it makes it easier to say it straight, though.
I think, yeah.
Let's have the camera girl pick a number quick. 1 through 55, Jess. Yep, 1 through 55.
What's it gonna be?
37.
30, again?
Wait, no.
She just
42.
42. Oh, complaining about the interviewer.
Well, that's not hard.
No, exactly.
Firstly, you're a complete asshole.
Thank you. No, keep this going. I like this.
Which band member is the craziest? I don't know. I mean, I think by nature of being an artist, you have a couple of screws loose, you know, in the best possible way. But I think, I think all artists have a tendency to be a bit neurotic.
Yeah.
And I think, especially when you're making your music, and we actually produce Chaos Theory ourselves, so you really have the tendency to get really into, cutting off your left ear when you start to put the stuff together. So I think we're probably all equally crazy in the way that we're very consumed with wanting to make music, and you're a complete dick. I just had to work that in there. I had to come back to number 42 or whatever it was. Yeah, it's like the opposite of a compliment sandwich.
Exactly.
It's an insult sandwich.
That's right. Let's do one more, and hopefully I'm not shaking too bad during this interview.
I know. So it's this is summer for you guys, right? This is as warm as it gets.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look in here. What? What's the wildest thing you've ever done with a fan?
All right. Now I'm gonna have you pick your own number again. So 1 through 55.
17.
17.
Yeah.
Ooh, act like another band member.
You're just trying to start a fight with my brothers, ain't
Yes,
you?
I am.
I don't know how to act like them.
Well, you can pick another number if
Let's
you want.
see. I'm gonna have a look.
Why don't you look at one and pick one?
Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna go with. Dude, these are amazing.
Yeah, fan submitted actions too.
These are awesome.
Yeah.
Now, talk me through excited by ugliness. Excited in what sense?
That was a fan submitted one I just threw on there, but so since I'm the one in the interview,
Yeah.
let's pretend I'm ugly.
Okay.
Pretend, right?
Okay. Well, am I
You
still
would
insulting?
basically
Am I
be
still
like,
insulting?
oh wow, whatever. I don't know. Just take it out however you want.
Wow, you're so grotesque.
Thank you. God,
Your
just rag on
features
me
are so asymmetrical. I think the craziest thing, I'm going to steer away from the obvious here and go with, the first tour we did in the States was we toured with Creed on their reunion tour in 2009. And that was an amazing tour. And it was the first time we toured in the States. It's a great song.
You can tell when the doors open and close here.
This is happening right now. And we were signing for a bunch of people, which was awesome. And then a little kid came up, and he wanted us to sign his head.
His head.
Yeah, and his dad. And I was looking at his dad, like, really, like, is his dad gonna try and kick out? Like, I don't want to sign a little kid's head, but he really wanted it.
Yeah.
And the dad wanted it, so we signed like a 5-year-old kid's forehead, and that is by far the weirdest thing.
Really?
Yeah, because everything else is like, expected, but to sign a little kid's head, it just. It just doesn't seem right.
You think he went and got it tattooed after?
I like to think he did. I like to think he and his dad, they got matched. Yeah, well, now he's probably like 8.
Okay, so that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, okay. Well.
Now, do I get to draw one of these questions for you to answer?
That's up to you. This is
Let's
your
see.
interview.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to hijack this for a second.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on here.
We'll relate it to my interviews then,
Okay.
since they're band-related questions. Okay.
What's the longest you've gone without a shower while on tour?
Well, I've never been on tour before, but
So just what's the longest you've gone without a
longest
shower?
I've gone without a shower. That's the nice thing about staying around. I'm not being on tours. I can shower basically every day if I wanted to. But
Now,
I
when
think
you
the
say
longest,
basically every day,
basically, so
you're leaving someone's out.
I think the longest I've gone without a shower. It's probably only been like 3 days.
Yeah,
Let's say.
I hear that. I remember we did an Alter Bridge tour and we were touring in an RV.
Yeah.
And it was in the height of like, we were down in Southern California,
Right.
in the height of the summer, and that was when I really appreciated what a shower does.
Exactly.
I think I maybe went 3 or 4 days, but in that like kind of heat,
Yeah.
it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
You feel like a salty pirate. It's like you've been on the road for like a week, and you can't even remember what it's like to be clean. So, yeah. That's like one of the. Now we stay in hotels a lot, and that's honestly my favorite thing about being in a hotel is that they have showers.
Yeah.
It's unreal. But this is I thought you did good. So I'm going to throw you another curveball. I'm going to ask you one more.
Okay.
I'm going to try and find a good one here. But I didn't get you to pick a number. So this time we're going to get you to pick a number.
Okay.
It's good. That's a good one, but that's not really going to relate to you so much. So we're going to find one here. These are all. I see what's happening here. There's a common.
they're all related
There's
to
a
you,
common thread.
Exactly.
This is good.
Okay.
What's your biggest accomplishment outside of interviewing? And you're going to pick a number. We're going to do the number thing.
Well, why don't you pick my number because I know some of them. So
You do. You have an unfair advantage.
Exactly.
23.
Oh, I knew that was coming. 23 is our most common number, and it's probably the wildest one.
Wow.
On the Jerry Springer Show. I don't even have to look.
Fantastic.
I'm
Jerry.
on the Jerry Springer Show.
Jerry.
Well, you know what, bitch? I think my best accomplishment. Oh my God! I can't believe she slept with him. My best accomplishment would have to be my daughter.
Good man.
My
Good
daughter,
answer.
and my second one is on the way. So
Wow.
be definitely my kids.
Now, is Jerry Springer responsible for those?
Yes, that was the last message of the show, guys. Yeah.
Be good to yourselves and each other.
That's right. I should memorize that for the
I have
interviews.
seen that a couple of times. I got to
Exactly.
be honest. I've seen that show a couple of times.
Exactly. So, all right.
Jeremy.
What would be the last message you want to send to fans, and just what do you want to leave them with tonight?
Oh man. Well, to everyone, we're lucky that a lot of people have really got behind us the last few years, and we come from New Zealand. So to be over here touring in the States is amazing. So to everyone who supports us, I want to say thank you so much. And to everybody else, I hope you can understand my interview.
That's right. Wait, hey, you guys have the accent going on, but asking Alexandria. You guys have probably heard of them before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our top interviews, and they think people watch their interviews for their accent. So maybe this will get to a lot of hits.
It's funny because for a long time we would do interviews and you'd be halfway through answering it and you'd look at the person's face and it was just blank. It's like I could have been saying absolute gibberish.
That's right.
People have no idea what I'm saying. So people think we're nice guys, but they just can't understand us.
Right.
We're actually assholes, but they can't hear the insults.
I think that they think the accent just is you're
It does.
portraying it as a nice way.
It softens everything. You
You're
can
an
be a
asshole.
dick, but it sounds so sophisticated, So
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Like a Stone. Definitely check them out. Facebook, Google it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
What?
Like a Stone, but also Like a Storm is us. But Like a Stone was a song by Audioslave. Great song.
Yeah.
So check that one out too.
I'm too
But
fucking cold.
we're cool. You don't need to pretend to do the interview drunk. I think we can take that one out of there.
Yep. I can edit. Like a
Thank
storm.
you very much, man.
Guys, check out Like a Storm once again. The camera's moving all over, whatever. I'm keeping it. So what?
Thank you. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yes, no problem. Did I say stone at the end there?
Yeah, you did.
Hey everyone, become a fan of Backstage Entertainment on Facebook and enter in contests to win autographed prizes from the bands and entertainers we interview. By joining our page, you can also contact us to submit your own questions into the BSE box. And make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube to see all of our interviews and backstage footage from the shows. From Backstage Entertainment, I'm Jeremy Lafrentz.